Good afternoon. My friend John wants to know how to change from G7 to G and vice versa. Okay, John, best thing to do is to get music that doesn't have those two chords in it. I'm not really being facetious. I'm just saying the truth. Most of the music I have doesn't have those two chords in it together. And in fact, this is the kind of music I use. I get this off a website called Classic Country Music Lyrics. And I also have books like this. This is where I get all my music from. And most of it is for songs like Silent Night. You'll see C, G7, and F. No G in here, which is nice. And then I'll also see music like this, where you have G, D7, and C. This would be in the key of G, and this is in the key of C. These songs I play with my GCEA ukuleles, concert, tenor, soprano. These I play with baritone. So that G is played just like you play C. So I actually very seldom have to play G. And in instances where I do have to play G, I might well just play G7 anyway because I'm more familiar with that. It's an easier chord for me. It is easier for me to switch from G7 to F to C. That's just what I do. It works out really nicely that way. So, I do substitute G for G7 sometimes, and I even do that on piano as well. All the time. I do it automatically almost. It doesn't seem to make much difference. Now, when you become an advanced ukulele player or even advanced intermediate player and you want to perfect things finely, then you can worry about that. But for most of us starting out and not extremely proficient, G7 and G can be substituted, I do believe. But I'm thinking that your music is different from what I have, because I don't have too many songs that have G and G7 in them. So here is a tip I got from Ukulele Mike that will help a lot. There are 3 things you do with ukulele. If you are like most people and want to play and sing, you will have to form chords with your left hand. You will have to strum or finger pick with your right hand, and then you will sing. So, the chords, Ukulele Mike says, look at your music and be able to make your chords easily before you start playing. If you're trying to work on your chords, changing chords, and playing at the same time, then you are really going to be at a disadvantage. I have had some of that these last few days. I've been trying to do too many things at the same time with my music, and I started losing confidence. Once I said, okay, I'm just going to focus on one thing at a time, or one song at a time, one instrument at a time, then things started going a lot better for me, and I found that I didn't have any problem anymore. So for you, first thing you do with your new song, I would suggest try to pick one that has easy chords. That will help. But if you have a song that has a difficult chord in it, then just keep working like this as long as it takes to be able to make the chord transitions that you have to make. I remember I used to have the hardest time with this one right here. I don't know what it's called because, well, I don't know all the chords' names since I switch back and forth from different tunings. But this on the guitar just killed me. I thought it was impossible. But now I find I can make it without too much trouble because I found a way to position my fingers so they will all fit there. This one is another one I used to hate. I don't have this one very much anymore on ukulele. But I can play it, but I have to work at it. So just do this until you can get all the chords that are on there. There's no point in doing much else. And then if you want, after you start getting pretty good at this, then you can just strum the C chord as you're changing the chords. So that was a big tip I got from Ukulele Mike. That helps a lot. And then he said, after you have your chords where you can do it smoothly, and then you have the strum so that you can strum smoothly and play the chords, then, and not before, you can start working on bringing your voice into the picture so that your voice will go along with the strumming and the chord changes. And that is that's a nice challenge right there. And my suggestion to you then is to go very slow at the beginning. As slow as necessary to be able to do it correctly and smoothly. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Slow music is a gift from heaven to the new beginning or still struggling or trying ukulele player. Choose your slow songs or slow down the fast ones because that will enable you to move along. Once you get it down slowly, you can speed everything up. But you don't want to make mistakes while you're playing. Making mistakes is harmful to your mental health and to your enjoyment of the ukulele. So if you have to, go very slowly. And the final trick I will tell you here is that when it comes time to make your strum, change chords, and sing at the same time, you will be very interested in learning how the measures are situated here, because this will tell you what you need to know when you're singing along with the strums and the chord changes. You pronounce the words a certain way in order to fit them into your pattern. Some patterns like down up are very forgiving and you can do it without too much effort once you get the basic pattern down, or even the thumb strum. But the more advanced strums, it's quite a trick, I will say, and that's what I've been working on lately. But just keep in mind, when that comes, you do have a guide in music books that will tell you how to sing the song, and that will be these measures here. So, John, I hope I answered your question. I tried. Just remember Ukulele Mike's tip. Get the chords down before you begin working with this other stuff. I think you will find it easier to proceed that way. Thanks for watching.